So we are live.
Good evening. Good evening, yes.
Yeah, hello everyone. Good evening. This is Bashir
Good
Samson
evening.
Lukman, and you are welcome to the open space discourse where we have discussions on different types of topics, especially controversial, as to say. Um, Recently, we have seen an increase in the cases of kidnapping as well as money rituals as far as Nigeria is concerned. So now we are here to discuss what are the causes of these ritual killings, these kidnappings, or whatever it is we want to call it, or also the cases of Yahoo-Yahoo or cybercrime as far as Nigeria is concerned. So we are going to look at the causes and the solution. So for about 2 minutes, we are going to take a very short break while our participants get their microphone and camera together. Please, if you're a participant, kindly watch your background noise and please help us take care of them. So we don't have too much of rules, but the most important rule is if you are not speaking, kindly mute microphone. All right. So 2 minute break.
Okay.
So much background noise. Hello?
Okay. So yeah, we are back. Okay, please. We have a background noise somewhere around there. We have a
Background noise.
background. Okay. Yeah, I think. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the background noise is gone. All right. So once again, you're all welcome to the open space discuss, and tonight we would be discussing the rampant cases of money rituals in Nigeria, and as well as Yahoo Yahoo amongst Nigerian youths. What are the causes and the solution? So this subject has been around, especially in the social media and in Nigeria's political space. So what is the nexus between cybercrime, or let's put it as Yahoo Yahoo, let's say business? What is the nexus between these Yahoo Yahoo businesses and money rituals and these kidnappings that we have? So what are the causes? And is there really a solution to this vice? And that is what we will be discussing tonight. So before we go on to start our discourse, let's have our participants introduce themselves. Mr. Adesuyi, please, sir. Good evening.
Yeah, Adefi is my name. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can.
Yeah, well, I recently retired from Covenant University. Now I
Oh, wow.
run my own company at Comroya Energy. I'm the CEO. So I'm into consulting now, engineering consulting.
Oh, great.
Yeah, and that's all. I'm married, I have children.
You're welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, we have Ibn Adegbuye. Okay, all right. Yeah. Good evening.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, you are welcome.
Yeah. My
How
name
about
is
give us this?
Adekunle Adeboye. So, a graduate of Lado Technical University. I'm married. Presently a teacher, history and geography. So that's it. That's it.
Yeah, thank you. You're welcome. Now we
Yes.
will be having others as we progress. So to start with, the I think historically to say, what I can remember is that I think around 2007 or so, we um, there was this song that came out. Please, Adegoye, can you help us mute your mic? You're not speaking with, please, because of the background noise. Thank you. Yeah, in about 2007, there was this musician that came out to this song. They called it, I think, Yahoo-Yahoo. Yeah. So and then it was everywhere, and then he said a whole lot. If the Hamas is $1 million, is going to buy Oma, all those and all that. Okay, we have engineer Wale George. Good evening, sir. Okay, let's wait for Imam to join us. Is here, so I'm adding Imam. Yeah, engineer Wale George. Good evening, sir. Can engineer Wale hear us? Okay, let's wait for engineer Wale to get his audio and his camera together. Engineer Wale, please, are you here?
I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you.
All right, good evening, sir.
Hello, good evening.
Yes,
I'm
you're
hearing you.
welcome. Yeah, you are
Good evening.
welcome to the Open Space Discourse. Tonight, we are looking at rampant money ritual and Yahoo amongst Nigerian youths, the causes and solution. You are one of our participants. We have Mr. Adesuye, we have Ibn Adeboye, and so we would want to just have just brief intro from you, Engineer Wale George. Good evening.
Thank you very much. Hello.
Yes, yeah,
Hello.
we can hear you. Yeah, we can hear you. Just give us a bit intro about yourself, please, sir.
Tell him to turn off the volume of your. Turn it down. The volume of your TV set or radio. I don't know.
Okay.
I think the internet
What?
is the internet
Yeah, I
has
think
challenge.
Engineer Wale's internet isn't that stable. So while he fixes that, so we'll just
Hello.
proceed. Okay, yeah, okay, yeah. Engineer Wale, are you here with us? Okay, till you get it correctly. Um, I think around 2007. So there was this song from Olumentain, the Yahooze, and so he said if the Amas is $1 million, he's going to buy home houses and all that. And then we had everyone, the mothers, the fathers, the youths, everyone, even some religious houses itself, they play the whatever it is to even give that that tune, and then everybody swings their hand in the air to dance to the lyrics of Yahooze. And we do not know as at that time what the ramification of that song would be in about 10, 15 years afterwards. So yeah, so we have come to a new reality of now. We have the case of this young girl that was killed in Abeokuta because these children, they said they wanted to use that for money ritual. They are not necessarily Yahoo boys. Now we have Yahoo boys, we've had records, so there are so many fake news anyway. But regardless, we've had some, you know, having mental issues, having to use their girlfriends for all those and all that. So now, so these cases are rampant. Okay, other than banditry, there are other kidnap cases that are related to this, cyber fraudsters to say. So what are the causes and the solution? So this is what we are trying to look at, especially in a country like Nigeria. So Mr. Adesuye, can we have like maybe a 2, 3, 5 minutes presentation from you about what you think the causes might be before we start to go to the solution, or whether there can be a solution?
Yeah. Thank you very much. If you listen to the policemen that arrested the boys in Abeokuta, the police said it specifically said is the cause. Most of the cause is due to parenting failure. You know, because we started from small boy, small girl, and we grow up. If you see the society today, I'm from Ekiti State. In Ekiti State, it is a taboo in any family to even steal your parents' money. Not talk of going to all these higher crime. So we parents also have are failing in their duties nowadays. You know, I told you I just retired from Covenant University. We know the student, the attitude, and all those things. Some parents, they've just come and dump their children to that place. They are not in Nigeria. The husband and wife, they are not living together. If husband and wife are not living together, those children are risk to the society. I'm telling you, they are risk to the society because they can never behave properly. Because the mother is not there, the father is not there to correct, to monitor, to evaluate all those things. So parental failure is a major part of this thing on the part of our youth that are committing crime nowadays. Another problem is maybe it's still parents, because when you go to some houses, maybe in Lekki, Ikoyi, you see the children, they have their own room, they have large screen there, they will watch videos from 8 to 3 a.m. all sorts of things. Some parents will never go to the room and check what they are watching. And video teach a lot of lessons. I mean, in media something. So all those things are creating problems for the society. Other problem is breaking homes too. Breaking homes. When children from broken homes are also risks to the society. So I will just stop here. These are the rudimentary causes of all those things, apart from going to all those because banditry is another thing entirely. That's why it's a higher crime. But the Yahoo among our youth, most of these are caused by parental failure. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Desuyi. Mr. Desuyi, who formerly was with a Covenant University, is of the opinion that these cases of Yahoo or the rise of cybercrime that we see in our society today can be blamed on parental failures, because the family seems to be that very important unit of the society, and if that family unit is broken, I think, according to him, which I quite agree with, the society itself is broken. So, what level of contribution does parental failure has to do with cybercrime and ritual killings is what we are going to assess as we go on. So, we have Mr. Benjamin. Mr. Benjamin, good evening.
Yes,
Hello.
yes, sir. How are you, sir?
Very fine.
Can you see
Yeah,
me?
it's been a while we hear.
The noise is coming from
Yes.
somewhere.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah,
I can hear you, Lucas, but there is a noise
somewhere.
coming from somewhere.
You said what?
I'm with you now. The noise has stopped.
Okay.
Hello?
So, Mr. Benjamin at DBC is.
Can you hear me
Your
now?
voice is somehow. Hello. Good evening, everyone. Okay.
Yes.
I think Mr. Adesuye has made a very valid point, especially with respect to uh, parenting failure. Parenting failure, he has made a very valid point. It's among those points that I've listed here. I don't want to forget the topic is rampant, the yahoo-Yahoo and the ritual killing that is rampant in our society. So let me quickly go to the causes that I have here, and I will provide the solution later. All right. Aside the parental failure that is mentioned, I want to go to the corruption at the executive level. Executive level, I will relate this to the police. I remember when all these things started because I want to put the ritual killing and the yahoo-Yahoo, I want to put them in the same bracket, although they have different definitions, but both of them, they are crimes in this society. And this thing started very small. At the time, I remember some people they were giving an excuse that, leave those boys alone. They were just trying to collect money, which the Oyinbos took away from us. So it started small, small like that. Now it has become a monster. So at the executive level, at the time, I remember, especially the SAS unit, the ex-SAS unit, they knew these guys. They knew where these people, where the Yahoo boys and where they were living. And they always go there to export from them instead of arresting them and make them face the law. So that's why I blame one of the causes is the corruption at the executive level, which are related to the police corruption. Another thing is the societal decadence, the decadence in our society. Only if we want to give ourselves to it, that the society, we are the lowest ebb of morality, at the lowest ebb of morality. That means moral characteristics of the society has gone into the drain. So how do I mean? And in the society today, we don't want to ask where those boys got their money from. We just ask them once they can come with nice car, with their dreadlock or a lot of that thing, we help them. And the people in the society, they'll keep quiet about the source of the income. Meanwhile, they are suspicious of the source of income, of the source of the wealth, but because let's just leave those boys alone. And we have examples of them. In fact, these Yahoo boys, they are so influential in our society today that some of them even get to the top echelon of the political level at the state, or even, I don't know about federal, but I have an example of the state. If you remember a case of one of the senior special advisors to governor of Ogun State, a man named Abidemi Rufai, he was arrested by FBI for wire fraud. So that can tell you how these people, how these guys with their ill-gotten wealth, they have gotten this influence, even in our society and even at the political level. In fact, I've heard stories of Yahoo guys, ill-gotten wealth, being given chieftaincy title in their village. So you can see the moral decadence that in our society. And another contributing factor, another cause of this rampant ritual killings and yahoo in our society is the contribution of the clergy. Afar, the pastor, the traditional worshippers. The clergy, they are also culpable in this thing we are discussing. A guy is bringing money to your church in the name of tithe. You are not questioning the source of the income, the source of the wealth. You don't want to know, just bring the money. Even our fans, some of their fans, they are the ones fortifying these Yahoo boys so that at least they will get more money from their customers. So the clergies are also culpable in this thing. Also, another thing that I would like to mention is the social media, the influence of the social media, the artists, and even Nollywood, our Nollywood. So these people, they are, in fact, so if you watch some of the movies, you see them promoting all these activities, ritual killings, and even Yahoo in our society. Social media influence. So these are some of the points that I have here, which I think they are the causes of rampant ritual killings and even Yahoo in our society. I don't know whether I can chip in the solution now or maybe ask later.
Okay, no,
If you ask about the solution, I will just add it to it. So these are the solutions.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Ibn Adebuye. Thank you very much. Points are gotten. We have okay, Engineer K. We have Mr. Benjamin Davis. Mr. Benjamin Davis is a lecturer at the Osun State University, anatomy, I think. Mr. Benjamin, just about 2, 3, 5 minutes. Can you just give us an idea of what you know about the causes of cybercrime as far as Nigeria is concerned? Okay, looks like Mr. Benjamin Davis is frozen. We have Engineer K. Engineer K, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Yes, I think this is your first time here. So can you please give us a little bit of intro about yourself, please?
Okay, my name is Kayode Aregbesola. I'm an engineer. I'm also a farmer. I'm the MDC of Hydromat Integrated Limited. So I saw a link on a professional platform and I decided to join
Son, we
because,
can't hear you.
hello,
Yeah, hello, sir.
yes, can you hear me?
Yes, we can. We can.
Okay. So I saw the link on a professional platform, so I decided to join because it's something I really would like to be part of the discourse. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, you're welcome. So yeah, we are looking at the causes of cyber crime as well as the solution. But we are starting off with the causes. So before we go on, okay, we have Mr. Benjamin Adebisi who is back. We are going to get Mr. Benjamin. So please, in about 3 to 5 minutes, because we have other discussions as well. What do you think is or are the causes of cybercrime and this rampant cases of ritual killings as far as Nigeria is concerned?
Okay. As far as I'm concerned, cyber crimes and Yahoo Yahoo and all these ritual killings is becoming rampant in our society because number one, the government has failed in their responsibility. I believe Nigeria is an evolving world and a developing nation. I believe there are things that the government needs to um, provide as things that the populace, the member of the community, especially the youth, needs to get themselves busy, engaged profitably to make sure that they are contributing to the economy. But unfortunately, it is not. They are not in place. Also, another thing I think is the cause of this
I
palaver.
can't hear him.
Okay, Mr.
Hello,
Taiwo, can you please speak loud? Okay, yes.
hello,
No,
can you hear me?
yeah, I can't hear you. I can. Mr.
I,
Adesi, can you hear him?
very faintly.
Okay, maybe
Okay.
let me use an earpiece so that it can be more
Okay. Why
audible
you get
rather.
okay, yeah. Why you get your earpiece? Mr. Taiwo, good evening. Are you with us? Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. Good evening.
Yes, good evening. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is your first time here. You are welcome to the Open Space Discourse. Here
Yes.
we have discussions on controversial topics where people have varying opinions. So we try to, okay, we have Tori Robinson. Okay, Tori is here with us. Okay, that's great. Okay, so all right. So tonight, not to take our time, we are discussing the cases of rampant killings and the money ritual as far as Nigeria is concerned. So we are going to pass the mic around for the courses, which is about five minutes each. So we are going back to Engineer K to continue with his what he thinks seems to be the causes of ritual killings and
Maybe you
cyber
don't
crime as
finish
far as
it.
Nigeria.
Uh, yeah. Yes, hello. I'm back now. Can you hear me? Can you all hear me?
Yes, I can. I think we all can now.
Yes. Okay. Like I was saying, that the first cause or causes or no of this great palaver that we are in is the failure of the responsibility of the government. Secondly, is because our youth have lost their priority. They have lost their priority and sense of human. You know, I believe that anyone that is forward thinking will not think of making money in a dubious way, not to talk of killing a fellow human to make money. So that's one of the causes. Then, thirdly, I believe that every society, every problem that we see evolving in the society, I believe, start from the home front. And leadership, as you know, is the culture in Africa and especially in Nigeria. Most of our fathers have lost their role of leadership in the home front, whereby the father is not responsible. Some father are runaway fathers. They will just give birth to quite a number of children without taking care of them. So in the bid for those children to I think before I proceed, I think we should even add to this topic prostitution, because you see that it's not only male counterparts, male youth that are into yahoo yahoo. There are also female counterparts, female youth that are also into yahoo yahoo. And I know one of the reasons is because the leadership in the home front has been lost. And where the problem we are having in Nigeria now is not even the problem of maybe the economy is bad, maybe there's no money to run the economy, maybe we don't have a viable environment or whatsoever. But it is a problem of leadership, and this leadership starts from the home front, whereby the father, I'm talking about the father now because it is and it is the responsibility of the father to ensure that their children are well taken care of, and they live as a sane part of the community. But where the situation where the father is drinking, humanizing, doing a lot of nonsense. Maybe the father is even an arm robber, 419 people, and all those kind of things. Then the children will definitely emulate this kind of attitude. So I think what we need to do is, to sensitize the youth, do more sensitization. Rome is not built in a day. Yeah, and I think I should add this also. Every one of us as youth, we need to participate in politics, because if we don't participate in politics, the people that are deciding our future now are people that they have their mindset being corrupted. So there's nothing they want to exhibit as leadership traits to the youth that can make us get to the next level in Nigeria. So I believe that the youth should engage more in politics so that we can decide for our future. It's just so unfortunate that part of the youth that have been in politics has done woefully. But that's not the discourse. We are talking about yahoo yahoo, ritual killing, and all those stuff. So we need to do more sensitization that people need to um, understand that there's dignity in labor, in working for money and having value for what you are working for, so that you don't just say because you see someone riding a Benz, then you want to also ride a Benz. It might not be your time.
Okay.
So thank you. That's
Yeah.
what I have to say for now.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Because I think you're about to start going to the solution while we are still
Mm.
focusing on the causes. Yeah, you
Okay,
made
cautious.
very valid points. Yeah. Before we move on to Mr. Taiwo, to chip in. I also want to chip in something which I think is quite important. Okay, Mr. Okay, okay, Mr. Adesu said he still has some point to add to coins of Richard Kinney and cybercrime. All right, we'll pass the microphone to him. I also want us to look at these perspectives because our speakers, I think everyone have been focusing on, of course, the family, which is very, very important, as well as the government. We are also not, I think we also should look at this perspective from this pan-Africanist mentality as well. I am not necessarily interfering in discussion because I'm just here to anchor. But I have had discussions. Even Tony Robinson that made a comment now is in the US. We met here in Nigeria, I think about 2 or 3 years ago, and we had these discussions. So I told them, about people will think that Yahoo cybercrime can be justified because the white people or the Europeans, are stolen from us. And so by stealing from us, it is now time for us to now take back what they have taken from us. But I was wondering, well, if you now scam someone who is in Denmark, I don't know when Denmark came to colonize or to steal from Nigeria. So I think that is a perspective we might also want to look at while we go on with the discourse. So Mr. Taiwo, so can you please in about 3 to 5 minutes, please tell us what you think are the causes of cybercrime and
Mhm.
this rampant of ritual killings in Nigeria? Thank you, Mr. Hope. We are going to get to you after
Yeah.
Mr. Taiwo.
Yes. Good evening, everybody. Yeah. In fact,
Good evening, sir.
the cause of this cyber crime is I've really put it to the issue we have in all the systems in Nigeria. Most of the system are actually degraded, and we overlooked at it. I will take it from from a simple point. Let's look at in Lagos the way drivers drive. If you see it, you will everybody just see it is a normal thing. And it started from the small thing. I can bet you 80% of people that drive in Lagos only go to driving school. You just sit at home and collect your papers. So those things are the things that are actually hardening up, and now we are in a mess of traffic. We're in the mess of accident everywhere. So that one now, I want to go straight to what really happened. We lost the value, and because nobody cares, nobody wants to just to take things. We always push blame. And let me take it for example, the government, that is one side. Then the other side, that is people that are even within the society. We have come to accept the yahoo. There hasn't been any time that I've been in Nigeria that they have said Nigeria is good since I've grown up. I have grown up to hear everybody that Ilule, there hasn't been any time that when we're going to school, it is very difficult to eat. It is very difficult to do all this. Only very, we've already always maintained the few percentage of Nigerians enjoy since I've grown up. I'm in my 40s. So what now happened? The little thing, when we were watching some films in those days, we were thinking that there were so many deceptions there. There's nobody to censor the film. We thought that they were teaching us. I remember the story I read about those people that did the rituals in Abeokuta. The children under they are teenagers. They said that they read it on Facebook. So nothing, they just killed, they just shot the lady's life, they just cut it short. So they read it on Facebook. So also we have seen so many films, Fade Oloro, that will actually kill somebody. We've heard so many stories, so many films, so many music that is not actually in the culture that you will listen to pollute children's mind, and nobody cares. Then I move around in the society. The Yahoo boys in each state, you have them. The houses that they rent, they are the people that own the house. Why do you take Yahoo as your tenant? The law enforcement, you see them, when they take them to their something, within 5 minutes, they are out of the something. So I see that we have actually accepted it. I remember in those days, I grew up in a village when anybody that did something that is wrong, that person can be told to leave the city, to leave the village, and nothing happens. Especially if you do something that involved somebody that is being killed or something, they send away everybody, that family in the town, and nothing happens, and you dare not see them. Sometimes they give them 5 years, sometimes 10 years. Sometimes they tell them don't go to the farm again. There are penalties for whatever that you do. So, but these days we have come to accept the wrong, and we are thinking that it is the right thing. So it is not about the government this time. It is about we ourselves. You build a house, and in the house, if the occupants are yahoo, and you are seeing them, you are not doing anything. You have children in your house, and they are not doing anything. They are bringing in cars, and you are not seeing anything. So that is the level that we have seen ourselves. We have accepted what is wrong as the norm. About saying that some people have already duped us and something. This is the country where you see many people going to churches, many people going to mosques, and they preach about integrity, preach about the right way to make money. And it don't and these are the children in their own houses, in their own bedroom where they live. They are the one doing rituals. They are the one bringing in money that is not clean, and everybody is using the money. You can bear with me, and I know everybody here will know that when they are growing up, you dare not bring anything that does not belong to you. Even if you are living so wretched, you cannot go and borrow one person's slippers. You cannot go and borrow clothes. You are just contented with what we have, and nobody dies that time. We are living fine. Everybody is fine. So I see the problem is that we ourselves we have accepted it. Until when we are ready, we will not accept again. Then the solution will come. It's not good. No government will help us. It is we ourselves that we say in my community, I don't want any yahoo yahoo. I don't want this. You can look at it. You've seen scenario where you have armed robbers troubling town. And when the people in the town, when they sit that no armed robber will come here, they beef up the security, and you will not hear of armed robbers again. So, and I know in the next few, maybe 1 year or something, everybody will sit down and we will take the necessary action. Because if you don't take necessary action, it is the children of those people that believe that they are safe that they will be used for rituals. So if action is not taken now, that all of us reject it, I believe that if all of us sit down and reject it, the solution will come. That's my own submission. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Taiwo, for that beautiful presentation. Okay, we have Dr. H. Cope or Dr. Hope. Good evening. Okay, I think it's coming up. Now, so someone made a comment. I think this is Hope. He said, open display of wealth and respect for those who have money. So now there's one perspective I also want us to look at. Well, I'm a young man, and when I drive, talking about these security agencies, okay, we have Dr. H. Cope here. Okay, can you hear us? Hello, Dr. Hope, right? Can you hear us? Good evening. Okay, Engineer K is also back. All right. Okay, so let me just quickly state this point. So now when I drive, so when the police stops you, or some of them anyway, they expect you to just say, Bufuwa now, like give us the money now, give us the cash. And I was like, which money? Is it the federal government allocation or is it the money from the central bank? Why are you asking me to give money? If you take a bike, the bike man, if he takes you to the place that is for 100 naira, he will ask you to give you 500 naira because he just thinks everybody just has access to that Yahoo money. Now, on the other hand, now talking about this open display of wealth and respect for those who have money. Now, I have discovered because I think the last person who spoke mentioned about people who. Hello, can we hear me? Please, there's a background noise, please. Okay, yeah. So he mentioned people, even no matter how wretched they are, you can't bring something that does not belong to you to the house. Please, Dr. Hope, can you please mute your mic, please? Yeah, thanks. Exactly. So now, one thing here I think is that there's a systemic revolution against poverty. Like even the poor people, they are now not even making peace with their poverty. I'm talking about the parents because I think everything seems to really connect. So there seems to me to be a systemic revolution against poverty. So people can no longer even make peace with their poverty. So parents are even now pushing their children out there to even engage in this Yahoo business, like they support them. But how did we now graduate from being good parents, being able to make peace with our poverty level, and how then do we graduate from that level to now even pushing our children to make money anyhow that they see it? So is this open display of wealth and respect for those who have money? Does it also play a role in this? So Dr. Hope, I think you have the microphone now and you can please speak for like 5 minutes, please. The causes of ritual killings and Yahoo business in Nigeria. You can unmute your mic. I can do it from here. Okay. Yeah, so Dr. Hope, are you here? Okay, we are waiting for Dr. Hope to speak. Yes, Mr. Yodele Gafar, definitely you can contribute to the discussion. Just type your comment and I'm going to display it on the screen. Yeah,
Oh,
Dr. Hope.
can you hear me?
Yes, we
Good
can. But can you please
evening.
reduce the device?
Okay, volume device. Okay,
Okay,
is it
so we can hear you.
now?
Yeah, hello, sir.
Thank you for having me and join us in this discussion. On my own end, I think I've already made my point that two reasons are clearly responsible. One, I did mention that open display of wealth is one of the causes that is driving the youth towards that direction. Now, it has come to a level now that even the communities, even in any society or in any club or in any environment that we belong to now, the respect goes to those who have the money, and nobody wants to ask how, when, where did it come from. So, because of that, everyone sees it that that's the only way you can be recognized in society. That's the only way you can get respect. That's the only way you can get anything you want done in society. So, that mentality is what is not driving you towards get the
Dr.
money
Hope, your
anyhow.
network is
That the
not strong,
dignity of labor
please.
has not been reduced to
You
the
are breaking up.
barest minimum. So, to be able to handle that, I think the emphasis on wealth, getting money at all costs, has to be looked into. That they will be able to help the situation. Because even if you go to churches, you go to the mosque, go to the communities, people who have money, they are the ones that get the 15 title when they don't even know how to explain how those money come. They get the first seat in our religious houses and they get the respect and all that. So everybody sees that once you get money, that you need to send it to you. And if that's the case, so the money anyhow it comes, I have to grab it at all costs. So that
Dr.
again
Hope,
has
your network
contributed. And
is
of
bad.
course, we must not also rule out the influence of the social media that have come to play when young ones just take pictures of what they acquire somehow display it openly and others are saying feeling bad that they also supposed to be on the same level with them. Look at the case of hush people, for
Yeah,
instance. When you grow up,
Mr.
everybody
Hope,
knows
your
what and
network
how
is
you're talking, and
bad.
all of a sudden you begin to write church cards and things like that. And before you start flaunting all that on social media and because the rest of the colleagues are now look at it that if this is how you can make I am now showing of this house, it's easy for you.
Okay, I have to mute Dr. Hope. Dr. Hope, your network is bad and you are breaking up. And I think, okay, okay, we are having a network here. Okay, I think it's fine this way. So, Mr. Hope is passing a very important information, and if he gets his audio right, he will come back to it. But what he was trying to say is that the open display of wealth and respect for those who have money does it also play a role in this?
Hello, can you see me? Hello.
Hello, we can hear you, sir. Dr. Hope, sir, please continue, sir. We can hear you, sir. Hello. Hello, sir. Hello. I think the host has lost his signal.
Sorry, my network went off. Okay, this is Richardson at this week. Yeah, can we hear me? Hello, can we hear me? Can anyone hear me? Hello. Okay, yeah. So I'm here. We have a contribution from Iberi Ade Raji. He said
Hello?
the all right. So Dr. Hope, sorry, yeah, yeah.
Hello?
I'm back. Yes, yes. Hello, yeah. Can you hear me? Okay, Tori says you can hear me. All right. Okay. So, Dr. Hope, your network was bad the other time. So, do you want to come back, or are you done with the courses? So we move forward. Okay. Okay, Mr. Richardson. Mr. Richardson Adesuyi. Yeah, I've sent you the link if you want to join
Hello?
the discussion. Okay. Yeah. All right. Anyway, let me quickly read a comment from someone. Iberi Ade Raji said, "The society has lost its natural values from the family unit because there is no fear of God. This program indicates that there is hope in the restoration of our society um, by youth." Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Iberi Ade Raji. Yeah. So I was making a point earlier. So how come, how is it that we went from a society that would make peace with poverty or with whatever their condition is, to a state where even parents have to even pay for their children to even learn how to become cyber fraudsters, all those and all that. And then Mr. Hope did, or Dr. Hope did, made a very important point about the open display of wealth and respect to those who have money. Yeah, if we go to the church, we go to the mosque, we see many that the elders, they need to have money. We see people who have been turban. There are people who really have money and not necessarily do not have any knowledge about even the position that they are holding themselves. And maybe as far as Nigeria is concerned today, maybe it becomes more difficult to exist peacefully in the country as a poor person. And if you don't have that money, it looks as if you are going to be subjected to an everyday humiliation and embarrassment. So I think that's my contribution for that. Okay, so Engineer Wale George, were you able to make a contribution about the causes? Because we want to go to the solution now. Engineer Wale George. Okay, if you can hear me, please, I'd like you to unmute your mic and you speak, else we just move on to the solution. So let's look at the solution to curb this issue. Okay, Engineer Wale cannot hear me. Okay, so all right, so let's move ahead to the solution. So who is the first to speak? So what do you think can be the solution to these cases of Yahoo and this ritual killing as far as Nigeria is concerned? Okay, Mr. Desuye is back.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, Mr. Desuye, welcome back.
Yeah, can you
Yes,
hear
sir.
me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
We can.
yes. Sorry, before we go to the solution, one of the key
Okay.
problem is unemployment. I don't know whether they have somebody that, because I was off the line the other time.
No,
Unemployment also is the unemployment is a contributor. So the government has a very big role to play to generate employment, and without having regular power, we can never get good employment generators. The industry will not work if there is no power. So because they say if you are idle, if the mind is idle, the mind can think anything evil. So if people are well and have engaged positively, they will think less of bad attitude, bad behavior, bad or anything evil. Okay, so unemployment has to be addressed too, because in those days, secondary school graduates can still get work, could still get work that time. There was power, there was everything. People could work. If you want to go to university, you get, but I knew before school start holders were getting job and they were employed. They were gainfully employed. So employment is also a major contributor to this mess we are in today in Nigeria. Though another solution is lack of punishment to offenders. When people offenders in Nigeria, armed robber, everything, they will take they take them to court. 10 years, that case will not be judged. So there is no appropriate punishment to offenders. That's another encouragement. If somebody is caught, you did a firewall, fraud. Just like in the US, you are caught, you'll be penalized. But here they continue to adjourn the case until everybody will forget it. So there is no punishment to offenders. It's another encouragement to the criminals too. Okay, so okay, then our parents have to play their role as parents. They should take care. At least if a child lives with his parents from age 1 to 17, 18, 19 until maybe it's a graduate, or at least for the first 20 years, you cannot compare that one with somebody whose parents abandoned him at the age of 5 or 4. Okay, our parents have to be responsible to their duties. So they have to take care of their children. They have to take care of their work. So these are things part of the solution. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Adesuye. Okay, so now let's go to solution. Let's start with. So we have tried to analyze the problems. We also have someone from Kano who sent his comment. He said, my take on this is that the federal government should mandate the Nigerian Film Censors Board to sanction any home video with ritual practice in the movie and regulate the use of social media by the younger ones. Also, the parents should be vigilant and cultivate value-driven ethics in their children or works. The religious leaders who have vision for prosperity should be monitored. Interesting. So I think he has. Okay, fine. So let's start with Engineer Wale. Right, you are part of this stream. Please, if you have a background noise from your end, help us mute your audio, please. So, Engineer Wale George, so what do you think is or are the solution to these cases of ritual killings and cyber crime that we have in Nigeria? Because we also need to understand, sorry, that I think I once told Tori too during our discourse then, that even the ritual killings aside, even people who have gotten education or Nigerian or youth or Nigerians that have skills, we do not have a good name as far as the international community is concerned. When you are, whether it's you are looking for jobs on LinkedIn, whether it's on Upwork, whether it's on Fiverr. So if you say or show that you are Nigerian, not even Nigerian, even if you just say that you are in Nigeria, you are probably just disadvantage yourself with about 10% itself. So how about even our name, who we are, how we are represented as far as the international community is concerned? So what then could be a solution to this cyber crime and this ritual killings, all those and all that in Nigeria? So Engineer Wale, you have the microphone, please, for like 5 minutes, please. Okay, Engineer Wale is off, so we can just go back to Engineer K. So Engineer K, what do you think are the solutions?
Yeah. Good evening, everybody, once again. Yeah, just like I've shared some of the causes, I would like to add some solutions to it. Number one, can you hear me?
Yes, we can. We can.
Okay. One of the things I think is the solution to this, just like Mr. Desui has said, is that the government, I keep seeing, you see, in an economy or in a state whereby either you are being ruled by a military government or a political government, leadership is key. The government needs to encourage people to be productive. That's how we can get our name, being out of the mud in the international community. So the government needs to provide employment. Let people see that, in the cause where people in Nigeria, I'm talking from first-hand information, people are using as far as 10 million naira to buy a federal government parastatal job. What kind of government is that? So someone will think, before I can get a job, I need to pay someone an exorbitant, amount of money. That's wrong. So people will feel like, why go through that stress when I can just do something, do some internet fraud, kill someone and kidnap, all those stuff. So the government needs to get something. Then secondly, hello.
Yes, we are here.
Secondly, I believe that people should, I'm talking about the youth now. People should know that it's not everybody that will be a millionaire. It's not everybody that will be a billionaire. We need to operate. I don't need to have money as rich as being as rich as Dangote before I can make impact in my society. So we have to have a decisive and a kind of a noble change of mind to say, okay, I want to make impact in my community. You can't make impact by stealing money, keep doing ritual, and say you want to use that money to make impact. What kind of impact do you want to make? it cannot last. So for you to make impact, think about people that have, even if they are not in Nigeria, as we are talking now, they are youth in Nigeria that are not doing any illegal stuff, and they are making good impact. And I'm saying this in all honesty. So we should emulate people like that and see that, oh, I can actually work, I can actually make money, gather things, plan ahead, and use the resources within my means and within my disposal to create changes. But when we begin to compete, my friend just bought a house in Lekki. I need to buy a house in Lekki. What is your income? You will steal, you will do ritual, you will do yahoo. So then we should also know that we should reward hard labor. And when I talk about hard labor now, I'm not talking of doing trainers or laborers work. I'm talking of people that see their field, and they are happy to say, okay, this is my contribution to my community. You understand? So we should not, we should change our orientation, have a kind of mind reorientation, mindset reorientation, that, oh, we don't need to steal, we don't need to do anything that is illegal before we will create lasting impact in our society. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much, Engineer K. So, Engineer K gave us some ideas as to a solution to these advices that are sent. So, just I don't know. It's saddening to say. Dr. Hope, can you hear us? Please, if you can, and your microphone is good, your network is okay, I would like to hear you give us some ideas as to the solution.
Hello, Lucas.
Yes, we can.
Okay. Can I make my contribution, or you have
Yes, please, sir. Please do.
taken it?
Yes, please do.
All right. Okay. Thank you. All right. Sorry, my cam is somehow. But let me just quickly make my own contribution. I've already stated the causes, which I think, and now I just want to. I have a simple solution to it, and I hope it works. The simple solution is somehow if the state government, I'm not even talking about federal government now, each state government can make a law, pass a bill, that anyone caught in the act will be executed publicly. And there should be a timeline. Timeline is possible, just like we have I think we have something there in the administrative criminal justice, the one that was signed by Jonathan. And even when you check the law that governs the election tribunal, they have timeline for everything. If we can have timeline for this, if anyone is caught and that person is found guilty, there should be a timeline. Okay, the governor must sign the death stuff for that person within so period. I believe our people, we are not that strong. When you see that people are being punished for a particular crime, a lot of people will withdraw from that crime. So that's what I think, and it's a simple solution, which I pray you should be able to come up with something good for me. All right, that's just my contribution.
All right, thank you very much, Dr. Hope. Now, this is a very interesting perspective in a world where Amnesty International has made it their own priority that they want to make sure that the capital punishment is banned in abolished in all countries. Mr. Adigwe, you speak. Okay, please. So yeah, I think interestingly, most likely next week we may have to come back here to discuss whether capital punishment should be abolished in Nigeria or not, given the Nigerian context. Okay, so we have Yusuf Oluwashin who is trying to connect. He's not here yet. So if Nadegoye, do you have ideas? Okay, Dr. Opa, are you saying something?
Yes, what do Facebook?
Sorry? Sorry, we can't hear you. Can you please? Okay, you can probably use a private chat because I can't hear you, sir. Ibn Adegoye, what do you think?
Okay.
Is a solution to this Yahoo and ritual killings in Nigeria?
You said my solution?
Yeah. What do you think could be solutions?
I've just stated my point. Okay, well, okay, let me quickly paraphrase it again. I'm the one that just made the point that if you can have a capital punishment, yes, you mentioned Amnesty International, but we still have great country Indonesia. They still execute people for drug. So Amnesty International is on their own with that respect. If there is a problem in your society as a country, nobody should be able to dictate to you if you know that this particular punishment will solve the problem. We still have capital punishment in some states in the United States. I stand to be corrected. So if Nigeria can come up with a law that will do the public execution of anyone caught in the act, I believe our people will run away from it. It will reduce drastically, and it's something that we need to test whether it will solve the problem or not. So we should, if you want to do so many things, you should ignore the noise from those societies. Those people that will criticize you, they will criticize your country because you are taking a particular step. They also take that step when the situation arises. Hmm? Those people that were at the time they were criticizing us. And let me quickly give this example. During the ENSAS period, that how could we deploy the soldiers to those areas? When they had the same problem in the United States, when Donald Trump didn't want to leave that place and the capital area stuff of it, and those guys, those hoodlums, let me use that word, they invaded the house. And you know what happened there? They deployed their own military people too. So I think we should, the noise from Amnesty International, we should shove that aside, solve our problem. Once we solve our problem, we are okay with it. Indonesia is still executing people for drug. Most of some of the Middle East countries, if you take drug to those countries, you are going to be executed. No shortcut, irrespective of the noise from Amnesty International. So that's just what I have to check in.
All right. Thank you very much, Edna Kluboye. Yeah, justice in Nigeria now, it's really a matter of great concern because people are really getting tired of the justice system of Nigeria. We have many criminals who we are not. In fact, someone shared a list of criminals that have been on trial now for a very long time, and nothing is done about them. And the most popular of them is this Evans, the kidnapper. Thank you
Yeah.
very much, everyone. So, Ibn Adekunle, so I think we should come back next week to check if capital
Mm,
punishments should be abolished or should be upheld as far as Nigeria is concerned.
mm.
So I think that's going to be a very good discussion for
Okay,
this
yeah.
for
Yeah.
discuss session. So Engineer K, Yusuf Oluwashin is trying to connect. He has not been able to, and everyone that
Mm,
are part of this discussion. We have this discussion sometimes
mm,
every Sunday, sometimes two times in a month to say. So, and we just discussed a whole lot of topics, especially about uh, Nigeria, Africa, even the world. We have discussed different topics. The Taliban, we sometimes come here to discuss even science and philosophy itself. So, thank you very much, everyone.
mm.
So, yeah, if you have participated in this discourse, you can please yes, send me your email addresses or your phone number so we connect. Okay, thank you very much, Virginia Kaya. I can see that so that we can always invite you for our next discussion. So thank you very much, everyone. Have a good night.
All right, you too. Thanks.